Welcome back to Therapy Thursday. Lately I've been reading an excellent book, it's a few years old, called Longevity, and I stumbled across a test that I was actually unfamiliar with. If you know Dave and I, you know we're fairly obsessed with longevity just generally. I'm going to do this test on Dave quickly with no cueing, he doesn't know what's going to happen here. So Dave, I'm going to have you cross your feet, and you can slowly try in one attempt to lower yourself to the ground without using your hands, your elbows, or putting your hands on your knees or hips. So try to lower yourself slowly to a seated position. Good. And now on a single attempt, you're going to try to reverse that. You're going to try to stand back up. Good. Okay. So Dave's going to live a long time. So that's actually scored a 10 out of 10. You get 5-point scale for coming down and 5 more points for standing back up. You add the two together for a cumulative score. Now, I wasn't surprised that Dave could do that as a very healthy 41-year-old person. But I was surprised at the statistics that have come out more recently on this test. It was originally published in 2012, and they just saw that when they followed people for about 6 years, there was 8% of the total study population of about 2,000 that actually died. And they could tell, predictively, who had a higher risk of dying based on their ability and the score on this test. Now, more recently in 2020, another study came out with way more people, and the thing that really took me aback when I looked at the data is only 8% of people over the age of 55 can actually do this test. And as we age, for every 1-point scale difference, by the way, you lose a point each time something touches the ground, and you lose a half point if you become unsteady, as judged by the observer during any part of the exercise. For every 1-point decrease, it ups your risk of dying by upwards of 21%. So despite the fact that I think this is a very broad test, there's probably healthy user bias, people that can do this probably exercise, etc., etc. As a generic test, you should try it right now. If not, maybe you need to work on your strength, your hip mobility, your knee mobility. Maybe there's an injury that's stopping you from doing it, but it's a great general guideline, super simple to use on you and your friends the next time you're together. If you like that, then follow our channel on YouTube and see you next time on Therapy Thursday.